G'day, welcome to iCULTIVATE. My name's Steve. Welcome to a part of our garden that is yet to be featured in any of our iCULTIVATE videos, our pond. Now what we're going to be looking at today is how we can deal with and remove all of this floating weed that you can see on the surface. Several weeks ago, this dam was completely covered in this floating weed. Now there's essentially two different types of weed that I would like to not have on the top of this dam. So what we have here are the two types of floating pond weed from this pond. The first one is azolla. Now azolla in itself is not usually a problem unless the water in the pond is high in nutrients. This can cause rapid growth of the azolla, and that in itself can then cause depletion of oxygen in the water. When you get that, you can potentially have loss of fish life and other animal life in the water. The second type of weed here is called duckweed or lemna minor. And similarly to the azolla, it also can grow rapidly when you've got nutrient-rich water. How fast these floating pond weeds will actually cover your dam or pond is really dependent upon the conditions at the time. If you have a high nutrient load within the water, well then you're going to get quite a lot of growth of this weed, and it can be exponential. In fact, in some situations, they even use duckweed to control the nutrient levels within the water, because it actually will remove things like nitrates and so on from the water quite quickly. But of course that does then translate into rapid duckweed growth. So one of the focuses of this video is how do you remove and manage these floating weeds? Well, I've tried numerous ways, including spraying the surface with some organic citrus-based oil, which really had no impact. But I really would ask that you avoid the use of herbicides of any sort, because ultimately these chemicals are going to end up into the waterway, and that's going to affect the animals and other plants and the general ecosystem of the area. So my experience is that physical removal of the weed is by far the most successful. I'll talk about a couple of things in a moment, but let's look at this physical removal of the weed. What I have here is a pond weed rake. Now I've seen some commercial versions of these, and quite frankly the prices were quite ridiculous. And so what I've done is made this myself. It consists of some wire netting here. This is actually mouse wire, and this here you can see is the handle from a pool skimmer. And the rest of it is basically some aluminium waste that I had lying around the shed and a pool noodle. Now, when it comes to your design, I've made this one approximately 1 meter wide, and the depth here is about 200 mils. Now, I'll talk about that depth when we're actually demonstrating its use in a moment. But probably the most critical thing in the design that I found is that the pool noodle needs to be positioned on the top of the rake, because the rake needs to be positioned above the level of the water. So we start by putting the rake into the area that we wish to clean up. You'll notice that I haven't been too forceful with it because I don't want to disturb the surface too much. You'll notice that the pool noodle is keeping the rake on top of the surface above the weed, and I slowly pull it in. And you can see that the duckweed is accumulating around the front. Now this is where the depth of the rake actually matters, because it's now, as I lever it up, starting to become more of a collection point for the weed. And you can imagine that if I had had the actual depth of the rake being less, well then the amount that I could have collected here would have been less. My experimenting has indicated that about 200 mils is a good depth. Give it a bit of a flick, and then repeat the process. So how do you get to the weed that is further out beyond the reach of the pole? Well, that's again where the pill needle comes in and is really important, plus a rope on the end. So with the pill needle to suspend that end of the rake, I now have a rope on the other end here, and I can literally toss the rake out into the appropriate area. Now obviously it creates a bit of a disturbance, but if we just pull it in gently, raising the end of the rake to help with the collection of the weed, and there you go. You can see we've got quite a lot of pondweed. Now I'm going to repeat this process, and I know from previous experience from when this pond was 100% covered, after about 1 hour of using this rake, I had it almost completely cleared. Now I hope you've enjoyed this video. Can I ask you please to go down to the thumbs up and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and go to our website iCULTIVATE.net and become a member of the community. Thanks for watching.